All right, guys. Good morning. Welcome back to Half Fast 719. Out here, brisk early morning, checking out the KTM. It's a 2015 KTM 500 EXC 4-stroke, 510 cc's of displacement. It's got a little aftermarket tail light instead of the big old Dumbo tail lights. Blinker. Other blinker. Cancel. Oh, I guess we could do the fronts. These are just zip tied up here because the a little busted. The bike has 5,118 miles, I believe. And 5,118 and 153.8 hours. So, anyway, this is a USB charger thingy. It's dumb. It's not even hooked up. And then I'm dumb. I kept the wires while everything was off. I kept the wires in there. Yeah, not much to say. Ended up trading my small toy hauler. I had a little 24-foot Leo, ALJO, Alejo, sport wagon, toy hauler. Everything worked on it. Just needed a new roof. The roof was beat up, had a tree branch fall on it. Anyway, so kid said the bike runs fine, everything works on the bike. He just went for a ride, blah blah blah, yada yada. And about 2 days before we were supposed to make the trade, he messages me and says, "Hey man, I can't start the bike. I don't know what's wrong with it. I just went to Johnson Valley, which is like a sand dune place, camping place, off-road place." And he said, yeah, I can't start it. It won't start. So I was like, you know what? I just want the toy hauler gone. I'll figure it out. Probably bad gas, fuel pump, fuel filter, who knows what. And, I'm thinking he just rode it. So it's got to be fuel filter or something. But anyway, gets it here. And I tried kicking it, he brought in there the battery, fired it. Battery worked fine. It would turn over and everything. It was like boom, 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 boom. So, and then I kicked it a couple times, and I was like, man, it's got good compression. Little did I know it wasn't compression. It's called confriction. It's when your piston is eaten into the cylinder, causing friction, confriction. So it feels like compression, but it's just digging into the cylinder. Anyway, but yeah, I messaged him and I was like, "Hey, dude, the whole cylinder shot." I wasn't expecting anything. Not at all. I wasn't even gonna message the kid and tell him, but anyway, I just figured he might want to know what was wrong with it. Just, hey, this is what was wrong with it. And then he could message me back like, "Dang, that sucks, man. Is there anything I could do or anything?" And I would have been like, "Nah, it's good. I got it." So order a new cylinder, piston cylinder kit from KTM. It's like $700. It's expensive. Base gasket, head gasket. Ordered a shim kit. All new bolts, 4 bolts and washers. Ordered a shim kit because I figured whatever, who knows. And yeah, Valves were still good. I did lap them. They're a stainless steel valve. They had a lot of carbon buildup on them, or more than likely it's probably just dirt. So yeah, anyway, yeah, took it for a ride. Fires right up. Don't want to start it right now because it's like almost 8 o'clock. And yeah, it's got a lot of power, but it's got 2019 wheels, supposedly front and rear. I'm assuming Husqvarna because the caliper or rotors say Husqvarna on them. Front and rear both say Husqvarna. Husqvarna. Maybe there's a kit, maybe there's an adapter. It doesn't make sense to me how they fit because this axle is way bigger, fatter wise than the 2018, unless they went back. But anyway, yeah, so when I got the bike, the oil had so much fuel in it. I drained the oil, put new oil in it, was kicking it over, and decided to send a little borescope camera down the cylinder. And yeah, saw a big old mark on the cylinder wall. And was like, well, that's not good. So tore it apart. That's when I found the cylinder problem. But anyway, it's a complete bike. It's all right. I like it. I don't know if my kid's gonna keep it, if my buddy's gonna buy it. He wanted to buy it without me touching it because he thought it was fuel related. So he figured he could throw new fuel in it. And I was like, dude, I can't do that. So let me fix it, because if I would have sold it to him and then he would have found the cylinder, because the whole time he's thinking bad fuel. He kept texting me, hey, it's bad fuel, isn't it? I was like, no, the whole tank, it's all fresh fuel. I got bad fuel, probably like 2 gallons of stinky fuel in the red can. I said, it's got new fuel. I pulled the little filter screen out. I cleaned the injector. Everything I could do. I checked the fuel pump, pulled the fuel pump off. It's got fuel pressure. And then I started checking compression. Compression was 30 PSI. And now it's about, I think it was like 75 PSI on a low battery. So the battery was low and it was just a whir. So it wasn't a woo-doo. But anyway, I don't know if that matters or not, but it was only like 70, maybe 71, 72 PSI. But things it probably needs: rear tire. Front tire is pretty good. It's a rear tire. It's kind of bald, unless that's the way they are, but I think it's bald. I think this needs to be repacked or replaced. A lot of people really like this stock exhaust, and they just replaced the cap with another cap. I don't remember the company, but the suspension's been done by Precision Concepts. It's got a Race Tech rear spring. It's got numbers and all that stuff on there. I just don't remember. I don't care enough to remember, I guess. But on the lever, the unbendable eBay levers are bent. So I'm assuming they're eBay levers. They look like eBay levers. They have no markings on them, no names. Oh, like I say, got a R3M. So, has an insert for handguard, and that's the other thing I asked the kid, because it only came with the one handguard. And I asked if he had the other handguard, and he said he don't remember. He don't remember where he put it. That's when he left. I was like, oh, hey, man, I forgot. Do you have the other handguard? Because I was telling him if he does, then he can just drop it off on the side of the road, and I'll go grab it. But anyway, I got a new air filter coming for it. It's got new oil filter. Also, yeah, changed the oil. Had fuel in it. Changed the oil. Then I lost a washer down in the magneto part, so pulled the case off, drained that oil. So it was new oil, got drained. And then put new oil in it. Got the bike running, fired it up, changed the oil again. So it's first, second, third. First when I got it, second when I pulled that, ran it, third. So it's got its fourth oil change. Right now it's got 4 fresh oils. But it has an O-ring chain. I don't think the chain is too bad. It could be worse. I washed the bike yesterday, sprayed the chain down because the chain was all rusty. I can't remember this company. PD. It's a 48 tooth sprocket in the rear. And it's got the same PD thingy. It's got eBay foot pegs that have a lot of play. It has a skid plate, this aluminum KTM skid plate. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Where is so whoever this is, which I don't remember. I think I dumped the trash. I don't remember the company, but you guys know who it is. PD is the company. Precious developers. I don't know. Anyway, guys, yeah, so the bike might be, I'm pretty sure I'm keeping this bike. I like this bike. I can't remember, does it have lower miles? Does it have lower miles and hours? So that was the time. So 3256 plus 1,000 basically. So 4,300 miles. And man, I can't remember. I have to open up this book because the guy was riding with a Voyager thingy-majigger. And so you have to add 1,245 miles and 80 hours. So what it had when I did the oil change was 4,400 miles and 187 hours. So it's almost like this bike. This bike might have more hours on it. 187. What did this one have? I don't remember. 150 something? 153. So this has 34 hours less, if that's accurate. So, but yeah, I'm gonna keep this bike because it feels good. I like it. I put the steering stabilizer on there. It's got new wheels, the W wheels. It's got a lot of good stuff. Some more stuff that I'm gonna get. Has the FMF pipe, the Baja design front headlight. I do have to flush the cooling system because I'm gonna put this stuff in there. Engine ice is what I put in that bike. I flushed that bike out too with distilled water. So yeah, I don't know. My buddy wants one of them. He wants to buy one of them, but I told him to come over and ride them. I don't think I'm going to sell him this one. I like this bike because it's got the ECU. It's got a lot of stuff on it. A lot of expensive stuff that I like. And that one doesn't, because I know he doesn't like the graphics. He don't like the seat cover. He don't like a lot of stuff that's on the bike. He don't like the wheels and hubs. So I figure if I sell him a stock bike, he can do whatever he wants to do that bike. That bike's got the tank, so he doesn't have to do that. Skid plate, don't have to do that. Upgraded headlight, he doesn't have to do that. It's got new wheels. The wheels look good. They're not all beat up. He'll probably change the chain and sprockets because that's how he is. The tires he'll change. Yeah, I don't know. I figured he'll take a lot of good stuff off of this bike. That's perfectly fine, and replace it. Whereas this bike, he can take stuff off that's not good, because he was saying this one needs foot pegs. Well, this one does too, but this one has junk foot pegs. Those foot pegs are good. Anyways, you guys get where I'm going. I'm gonna end up keeping this bike, and he can have that, or he can buy that bike, unless my kid wants it. I asked the kid last night. The kid was sitting on it, playing around. Then he sat on this bike, and he's playing around a lot more. And I'm like, well, you're not keeping this bike. If you're keeping the bike, you're keeping that one. And he's like, I don't want to ride. So we'll see. Me, either way, I don't care. I don't care either way. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, do what you guys do. Let me know what you guys think about the bikes. I know you guys want to go see them riding, see me in action, but like I said, I ordered a chin mount for the GoPro. But right now, I got to go drive the truck around. All right, guys, see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Later.